Well, good afternoon. Welcome to another video by Antiques Arena. Thank you for joining me. For those of you, before we get started, who don't know me, I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques, collectibles, and try and flip them for a profit. Today, we're going to have a bit of a chat. I got a few bits of stock to share with you, and I got some questions that need answering that didn't get answered the other day. I want to apologize to absolutely everybody for what happened a few days ago. We had a spammer come in and unfortunately put a stop to the film. Now, I've made quite a lot of regulars moderators. So if you're a regular, you may turn out that you're a moderator. I've just put a few of you as mods in the hope that if he comes back, we'll be able to block in between us, because I blocked about 50 or 60 accounts last time, and fingers crossed that it doesn't ruin another video. So, as I've said, I am sorry. So should we get started on today's, and let's hope that he doesn't come in and ruin the day. So, as I've said, a few of you are moderators now, so if you see him pop in, just chuck him out straight away. Trigger finger ready. I love that. Okay, so hello, Anya. Kirsten's going to get a lunch. Bring me some, please, love. And Lex, hello. And Richard, hello, fella. Hope you're well. Trigger finger ready. You be ready, Lex. Don't even wait for him to start. If he comes in today, just block him straight away. And don't need to be sorry. Well, it did actually ruin the film. We were really on a good roll last week, a few days ago. The film was going really well. People were interacting. We were getting questions through. It was a really good film. And I've got quite a lot of questions on the website I want to get through, where people have messaged me asking different questions. I've got some stock I want to share with you. A couple of pieces. I actually worked a car boot sale Thursday in the Tirabirth car boot sale. For anybody overseas, a car boot sale is literally that. We fill the trunk or boot of our car, go to a location and sell out of the car. It was forecast dry, however, it drizzled on and off most of the day. So the selling was absolutely disastrous, and so was the buying. But I did buy 3 pieces that I want to share with you, and I've got a bit of jewelry that I'm going to share with you as well. Quite a bit of jewelry, actually, from the car boot sale the other week. If you remember, where I had that issue where I got charged twice for something. This is what I got charged twice for. So you're going to see what should have cost me £25 is actually owes me best part of £50, in my opinion anyway, but I could be wrong. So I don't know where we're going to get started. I think I'm going to go over to the website and I'm going to actually look at a few of the questions that have been put out there. Bear with me a second and I just load up that. So if I go to screen on share, do a little questions and then we'll get to the stock and then a little chat after that. Okay, so bear with me a second. Where was it? Right, this one here of Colin. If it opens up. Okay, so I've enjoyed your videos. Thanks for these. One of the things you say is never bid blind at auctions. Always inspect the item first. However, I'm in Australia, but was born, educated, married in the UK for my first 36 years. Now 71, and due to COVID, all auctions now are internet sales with only internet viewing. Do you have some comments on these, how to buy at them, how to deal with them, whatever your thoughts? The only way to buy is online, shops are closed. Okay, so first of all, the best thing you can do is ask for lots and lots of descriptions. Trouble is with auctioneers, especially if you're buying job lots, they'll just take a photograph of the job lot and give it a very basic description as job lot or miscellaneous lot of ceramics and glass. But what I would suggest, if you see 1 or 2 particular items in that job lot that you're interested in, ask the auctioneer to actually inspect those particular items, but there's still no guarantee they're going to get you safe, because as other people are rummaging through boxes and things, they could again still get chipped or cracked or damaged. It may be a better option, viable option, to, if you're only buying online and you're not confident, or you don't want to take the risk of things getting damaged, just buy the individual items, but you have to pay more for the individual items than you do for miscellaneous lots. So, for example, they'll sell the miscellaneous lots off first, and then they'll get to the better individual pieces. But the individual pieces normally demand somewhat of a premium. You can still make a decent profit on them. And then you can be more specific, ask an auctioneer to give you plenty of description. If need be, ask for extra photographs, and ask them to wrap it well if they're shipping it out. Same with any online sellers, especially if it's on like Marketplace or eBay or anything like that. Pay with PayPal if you can, so you got buyer protection, and ask for loads of photographs, and just ask for lots of descriptions. Ask them to check it over for you. That's the only thing you can do, because a lot of us now can't go out. I can go out. I'm very fortunate at the moment. But a lot of us can't get out to buy. And I know I have a few followers who are disabled. I'm not going to say no names, but a few followers who are disabled who struggle as well, who could also take note of this advice. You can buy on eBay and make a damn good profit. You can buy on Facebook Marketplace. You can buy on auctions that will ship out. Just be very careful and ask for condition reports and full descriptions of any items you're actually interested in. Also, all shops are closed, and so the only way of selling is online. Do you advise running your own shop online or using eBay, Amazon? It has to be whatever works for you. I've done eBay for a long time. I'm slowly but surely making my way off eBay now onto my own website, but there's a lot of people that still use eBay. I've still got hundreds of items on eBay and still have eBay sales, but I don't list on eBay anymore. I haven't for months. And I actually ended up in a bit of a dispute off the comments on this week's video I done. And in fact, we'll have a chat about the dispute in a bit, where I said eBay, for what they offer you, is very expensive. When you consider Facebook Marketplace is free, auction houses charge you 15 to 20% and handle everything for you. But we'll get into that. I'll probably have a chat at that at the end. So let me write that down. I'll remember it. But I think I'm not familiar with Australia and your selling and any rules, regulations, and permits. But I would imagine if you have eBay in Australia and Facebook Marketplace in Australia, sell through those is cheaper. And if you can't stay as a private seller rather than a business seller, because you qualify for so many more perks than we do as business sellers. So let me get across and see a couple of hellos. Hello, Nicholas John. Hello, Natasha. Big Creator. Antiques and Collectibles. Hello. Hello, Sue. Now, as I've said, quite a few of you have been made moderators. Some of the regular ones, if the spammer comes back in, just block them. I miss a good auction. A couple of my faves online only now, and one closing. I've been buying quite a bit from Massan's auction up in Bath online, and they've had a lot of Chinese and Japanese porcelains, and they've had a bit of Welsh porcelain, that Garou porcelain and that. And I actually messaged them after the event because I missed the sale, and they done me a cracking deal on the item because they went through unsold and shipped it to me for free. So just because the sale's finished, don't be afraid to contact your auction house, see if they'll do a deal. Some of them won't. Some of them will say, nope, we only sell. I know my Cardiff City Auctions, my local auction house, I've tried to buy a few times after the auction where stuff hadn't sold, and they said, nope, we'll relist it or we'll go back to the vendor. But there are some auction houses that once it's run through their auction, they're happy to sell it. And yeah, I know what you mean, Kirsten. I've missed auctions as well. But I buy more from, car boot sales and flea markets and antique fairs and things. So yeah, I'm not too bad. Hello, Stu. painting your porch, you can come paint my house if you like, mate. Sorry about the dog in the background. She's a bit spirited. Antoinette, hello. Hello, Stan. At the moment, I am the birthday of my You're at the birthday of your granddaughter, who's age 6 today. I will watch a video this evening. Wish her a big, massive happy birthday from me, and no problem at all. Have a nice day, Stan. I've seen some absolute gems on Facebook Marketplace. Part of the trouble with Marketplace is some will ship out, some won't. So sometimes you have to be able to drive to go and collect the item, Rich. And a lot of people will ship out. So it's hit and miss. But a lot of the real gems get snapped up fast by trade. Sully is on tomorrow, Lex, and I will be selling at Sully tomorrow. Gathlegate is open also. But I done really, really well down Sully selling last week. Not a million miles off, £250 for a day of selling pieces I didn't want that were in the shop. I didn't walk around buying, unfortunately, because from the second I started unpacking, I couldn't keep up with how many people were there. Let me see. I think I showed a photograph of how busy Sully was last time on the video, but yeah, I'm going there tomorrow. I don't know yet whether I'm going to walk around or not, because I tend to really get distracted when I'm walking around, and I can spend 2 or 3 hours walking around, and I really want to clear the contents of the shop. But I'll definitely be down there. So if you're down there, Lex, say hello. Question: what chemical do you use to clean gold? I have 7.5 sovereign rings personal, which need cleaning, and rings I have bought to resell. Right. First of all, if you're selling coins or got coins, don't clean them. But if this is a piece of jewelry, people do want to clean. And I tend to use either a jeweler's soft cloth, or most of the time I use my Goddard's foam, silver foam, believe it or not, on gold as well as on the silver. It does a cracking job. That's what I tend to use because it's non-destructive. Yeah, that's what I use anyway. I've got a jeweler's cloth that's really soft. Other than that, I use the Goddard's. I'll actually look into if there's any better ways of doing it, because I know you can do some. I did look into one of those sonic cleaners. Maybe I could pick one of them up and have a go, see what they're like. Do you get big response to your items from USA, and do you hope that you will get better in your new venture? Do you get big response to your items from USA? I do get a lot of interest from America. I don't have, I probably have about 20% of my views are from America. But I constantly have people asking in America and overseas to buy the items. Downside with a lot of them is a lot of things I buy are just too heavy. Royal Mail, I don't know how many people use Royal Mail. I use it for UK and international purely because I trust it. I've used Hermes in the past and had problems, so I don't use it anymore. Although I know hundreds and hundreds of people get on absolutely fine with Hermes. I've had trouble with them, and especially with that they deliver your parcel and then say charge you, fine you because it was oversized when there was nothing wrong with it. It got to the point where I was actually photographing my parcels on the weighing scales before I shipped them off with a measuring tape. So if they disputed it, I could prove them wrong, because it just seemed random. Every now and again, I'd have half a dozen fines saying the parcel was overweight or oversized. So now I just use Royal Mail. And Royal Mail, it used to be to send a 100-gram parcel to America. It used to be like £3-4. Well, let me give you an example. I sold an item recently to America that was a 600-gram parcel, and I expected the bill to be about £8 to £10 sterling, which is about $15, and it actually came in 4 times that just for the shipping to America. It was shocking. It was something like £20 without tracking for international parcel to America, airmail. So the prices have drastically gone up. So that does affect on how many in America buy from me. But saying that, I've just sold a pair of Art Deco Royal Winton vases to America, and they paid £150 for the vases and £100 postage. So you work that out. £250 is about $375, something like that. So, and that is not me, it's the post office, unfortunately. Scrub. Hello, Carmen. I put in vodka, orange. Is that vodka? Orange gin, and they come up sparkly. There you go. And I'd be careful, mind, because the spirit, I don't know whether or not they do damage. I'd have to look into whether it would damage it or not. I'll do some more questions in a minute. I want to share with you my first buy of Thursday. And it is a celery vase. Now, as a rule, it's quite a boring item. I say it's quite a boring item because I like I don't like run of the mill. I like interesting and so forth. But it's got something quite special about it. It cost me £1 whole pound, $1.50. Now, I actually do like these optic lenses all the way through it. It's a molded piece. So it's in a mold, and then they've acid etched or acid frosted this finish. However, the reason I bought it is that is what we call a Lozenge Mark. And the Lozenge Mark was used, I've got my exact dates here so I don't get it wrong, from 1842 through to 1883. There was two types of lozenge marks used. The first type has the date letter at the top. The second type has the date letter on the side. Now, the first type, which is this one, because it's got the date letter on the top, and I'm going to share with you. Let me screenshot the date letter a minute. Now, the lozenge marks come on everything. Gold. Yeah, they come on everything. Metalware, porcelain, ceramics. Let me check. I'm sharing that. Yep. Okay, so if you look here, you can see the letter Y. That's my date letter, and that dates it to the year 1853. This 3 at the top here is the class. So that's the class number. And this number 2 down the bottom here is the parcel number. So it's class 3, parcel number 2, done on the 23rd, because there's the date, 23rd, and M is for the month of June. So I know that this was made on the 23rd of June, 1853. Now, I've actually done a video describing lozenge marks in depth, talking about the lozenge marks and the RD numbers, and that the link to that in the description. But there's two different lozenge marks. The one was 1842 to 1867, where it's got the year at the top, and the one with the year at the side is 1868 to 1883. And then they went into the RD numbers, which was just a string of numbers from 1884. So people love the fact you can date that to the day, the month, and the year that it was made. It adds a lot to the value. Without that number there, this would probably be a £10, £15 celery vase. As it is now with the RD number, I've actually put this on the website for £45, and it's got some little chips and that around the lenses as well. So that's my first little buy. But if you see anything with the RD number on, that's a nice crisp RD number, then you know you're talking 1842 through to 1883, providing it's an original. So that gives you a good indicator. Even if you can't date it off the top of your head, you know it's within that sort of 40-year bracket of the 19th century. And the lower the registration number, they started at number 1 and then ended up at best part of $1 million. I think it was in like 1950, something like that. So it gives you an indicator, depending on the years then, for identification of date. So that was a nice little thing for £1. And the lady on the stall, she said, I saw you last week. You got the antique stall across by there. I said, yeah, I'm still selling there now, which I was selling there. And she still only asked me for £1. So I was over the moon with it. But if anybody wants to understand the lozenge marks and registration numbers and everything tidy, there's a link. It's only a short video. I think it's like 7-10 minutes long. If you want to go to it later on, it's in the description and it'll explain the registration numbers for you. And I've even got a screenshot of the page out of my book. So if you printed that off, when you come across the lozenge marks yourself, you wouldn't actually have to buy the book. You could just go to the print off you get off the video, and then you would be able to date them yourself. And believe me, when you can say that was made specifically on a specific date, on the month and the year, then they want it. So that makes a big difference. Right there, where we at? Right, sovereign rings are personal, so never get sold until I pop off. But have Goddard silver foam charms, daughter collects, so we'll use that on the gold for resale, and no problem at all. That's genuinely, that's what I use, because it's so soft, and it does actually clean it up. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Rich. Hello, Richie. Hope you're well. And hello, Vintage Freak. First time in a live chat. I know you aren't listening on eBay, but how you say aren't listening on eBay, but how my sales going? Terrible. I've gone from, when I was listening on eBay, I was doing about £1,000 a week. So you work out about $1,500–1,600 a month, a week. But my eBay fees were also 30%. So if you work out, I was doing nearly £3,500 to £4,000 a month. Take 30% of that, I was nearly losing close on £1,000 a month to eBay. And that's why I've come away from eBay. The sales on the website are going well. And I'm clearing a lot of the lower end at the car boot sale. I am going to still list on eBay when I get the time, but only until I run out of the lower end, because I'm not buying anymore. I'm only buying things that are suitable for the website from now on. So, good afternoon, Colin. Good morning to you, tea cakes. Spin it. Yes, span it. I put quite a few people who are regular in the videos or regular commenting as admins or moderators, just so if anyone comes in, you can just kick them out. So please do if they come in. My thoughts on Etsy. Now, I actually tried making a video on Etsy, and I logged into it to try and use it, and I found it very, very complicated. It's not laid out as easy as eBay, or unless my brain is wired now for the eBay ease of use and the way everything's laid out. But I tried searching sold lists on Etsy to find out what's sold and sold prices, and I struggled with that. So what I done, I actually searched a few pieces. I'll give you an example, 18th century drinking glasses. And Eric Knowles has an account both on Etsy and on eBay, and has his own website, which is known as Scottish Antiques. Some spectacular stuff. So if you are interested in real good quality and you can afford the money, go and visit his website. It's amazing. Anyway, why I'm using him as an example is because I know what he sells is 100% legit. He's worked with the Antiques Roadshow and all the rest of them. And he sells the same things on the website, on Etsy, and on eBay. And then when they sell, he takes them down. Well, I compared his sales on Etsy to his sales on eBay. And I think he'd had something like 10 sales on Etsy at the time I checked, over like a 2 or 3 month period or something like that. Compared to eBay was far greater, but Etsy pulled more money. So it's up in the air, but I've never actually tried selling on there. Now I know Kirsten sells on, I think Kirsten sells on Etsy. And I think Andrea sells on Etsy. Maybe I can arrange a video one day, a live chat with a few people who sell on Etsy, and we can have a bit of a debate, negotiation on how they feel it goes for them, etc. So okay, what's this? The RD registered design numbers have an original sketch and description archived at Q in London. Be useful if you don't know what the item is. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Hopefully that's free to access as well. So Lex is Etsy too, is she? So there you go. Maybe we'll arrange a live video one day and we'll have a chat on how they get on with Etsy, because I've never sold there versus eBay. Now, I've done eBay almost since its inception or its creation. So I've done eBay for a long, long time. And I've gradually watched the changes coming into eBay where they broke the categories up. Then I've watched how they put restrictions on different things and postage limits and things like that. And I've watched it. You know, post office charges double or treble, and then you start losing your overseas sellers. It's become harder and harder. So it would be probably make a really interesting live video to actually have a chat about eBay versus Etsy, because I know Etsy are cheaper, but I believe they recently put their commissions up too, and I don't think they charge on the postage, or they didn't when I done the look-in last time. Well, there you go. Had to teach Etsy, relist fees killed the profits. I find the fees kill my profits with eBay. When you lose 30%, because that's where I lost on average, because by the time you paid the shop fees, the listing fees for the stuff that was out to your shop subscription, the commission postage, and because I was selling big heavy items, it was a lot of money going in postage, any overseas charges, the commission on the items, then the VAT, I was losing close on 30%, I was. So that's why I've been working for years to get away from eBay, and I'm almost there. I really am. I sure want to do a live with you. Well, Lex, you are welcome to come on live with me anytime. Honestly, I don't mind. As long as you're not hammered, you are welcome to come on anytime, love. Honestly. Good idea about an Etsy chat. I came off Etsy a few years ago, very few sales. That's the general, what I found with people was it was slow to sell, but you got better money. So, hello guys. I live in West Yorkshire and plan on doing Newark Fair in October. Is this the best one for antiques? Newark and what used to be Swindon, but I think Swindon have gone now, were spectacular. They were international events, lasted 3-4 days, and they were absolutely amazing. You ain't going to find a much better fair. If you're priced right and you got the right gear, you'll sell it. It's that simple. Okay. I'll show you my next piece, and then I'll have a little chat, and then I've got a few pieces to share with you. These I bought off a subscriber of my channel, so I'm going to give a massive shout out to Gerald and Dave. So they were at the car boot sale on Thursday where I purchased these beautiful things. Now, there's some disagreement on what they're made of. Now, they could be onyx, but in my opinion, they were more agate. But they thought they were onyx. But either way, they're beautifully carved. I love this layering going through them. I really do. The light isn't perfect here for you to see it all, but this layering is absolutely gorgeous. And this one, believe it or not, I actually like this sort of polished rock finish you've got to the back of it. But they're sort of 1970s bookends, formed as horse heads. And the carving's quite crude, to be honest. It was very simple carving, but the stone, the effect of the stone and with the light coming through on, they're spectacular. So they were my first purchase of them. And I also purchased this off them, which I believe it's an early 20th century carved Buddha. However, it wouldn't surprise me if it's earlier, because there are remains of gilt wear all over it, where at one point it was gilded. Now, it is carved wood, but it's very light wood. You know, it's a very soft, light wood, but you can see the remains of the gilding. So I have actually put this one out on the Facebook group Talking Antiques to ask for a bit of help, just to see where we are with date and things like that. But my feeling is it's early 20th century, but I haven't had a single reply yet to say 18th, 19th, 20th. The carving doesn't seem good enough for it to be very early. When you look at the face, she's very, very pretty. He's very pretty. However, the quality of the carving just doesn't scream 18th century to me. So it could be late 19th, but more than likely early 20th. But that's just my opinion. I'm certainly not an expert on this stuff. However, we will see. But the horse heads and the Buddha, they owe me £25, so about $40 for the pair. And They found a pair of these horse heads listed as Onyx for £250. I went on and had a look, and as agate, they average like 40s and 50s. A couple of people asking a bit more, a couple of people asking a bit less, but the average is like 40s and 50s. So that's where I'm going to be. I'm pricing them around the price of agate, and because that's what I think they are. I think they're agate, but we'll get to it in a minute and maybe have a look. The Buddha, I just like. It's been waxed up because when I photographed it earlier, it actually marked my photograph sheet. Let me share with some of the images of it. Back there, but so it is a very nice item. But you can see the wear on there, and you can also see the gilding that used to be on there. So it's interesting. Now, for £25 for the two pieces, I'm not really bothered because the horsehead bookends on their own have been listed already at £45, which is about $65, $70. And I think they're worth every penny of that. So I don't care how long Buddha sits around. So, Anya, come on now. Lex is always hammered. I'm not getting involved in this bit of a dispute. No wonder eBay are making mega profits. I don't like this kind of domination. I actually, as I said, I got into a bit of a debate with a follower. I might have a look at it in a bit now, where we were disputing. And all I said in the last video was I felt eBay, for what they offer you, is very expensive. Now, I don't know how many of you are resellers in the chat now, but what I found is if you went back 5 years ago, eBay was half the price, and you used to get hundreds and hundreds of views on your item. Now I can list the same item with the same description, and I might only get 10 views or 20 views in the 10-day period. So despite the fact it's a multi-worldwide audience now, you got to pay for overseas view if you want to be seen overseas. So you got to actually click a box that says, yeah, let me be seen overseas, and you got to pay for that privilege. You got to please the eBay algorithm so you get found and put into the search results. There's just so much going on. I'm getting away from it as fast as I can, to be totally honest with you. Very nice. Thank you very much, Rich. There you go, Lex. I've put your side of the argument through to not true. Apparently she's joking. Bookends are nice. Thank you very much, Anya. Great bookends. Too many books in my. Have you seen my library? I think I've got 1,000 books on antiques and reference, and gotta be. But my library is going to be transferring up to my new office when that's built. I get as curved bands and Onyx has parallel bands. That's the only difference. Well, these are squiggly lines. These sort of go down in squiggly lines, but they're not curved. It's a good look. Let me remove that. I wonder whether this would work. No, it was worth a try, but didn't work. And I didn't photograph these, of all things. So either way, I've actually put in the description, could be Onyx, could be agate. I actually put that in my description because I'm not a gemologist by any means. Half the time I'm guessing at the stones until I do the research. But yeah, they're a nice thing. Talking about weird and wonderful, we have a little trail down by us where we go walking. It's along the side of the river. The river's called the Taff, and it's an extension of the Taff Trail, known as the Cannon Trail and that. And we were walking up the other day, and they've been doing some work on it. And I want to show you this because I thought it was so weird, it shocked the heck out of me. So this is what I come across first. This is the pillar. But if you look at the pillar, look at the top. All the way around, it is full of faces and masks, all produced out of pottery. So if that wasn't weird enough, we start looking round. And they've actually, this is the side of the river there. If you actually zoom in down here, look at that. You've got an eyebrow there. You've got a face over there. You've got a mouth there. They've actually put a face into the wall of the river. Now, this is, the council have done the work. You've got these heads everywhere coming down there's a name for those stones. We'll just call them top stones, but there's a name for them. I can't think of it. You can see it, the face is there in the wall. And this isn't over a small period. This is over probably a 2-mile stretch. They are everywhere. It's just faces hidden everywhere in the walls. And then there was this. You have this bird in the center with this sort of, I don't know what to call that, a sun? It's not a wheel, is it? It's more like a sunburst. And then you got all these faces all the way around it again, set into the thing on the sides. So I don't know whether anybody's ever seen anything like that, but they've actually done that down on my local river trail where we go walking, and it's just heads everywhere, just staring at it. It was so creepy, and to be honest, it belongs on Doctor Who. So yeah, I don't really think of that, but I had to share it with you because we were walking the other night, walking with the dog and I thought, look at that. That is so strange. Jeremy, hello, sir. Hope you were both well. Double the trouble, twice the pleasure. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, both. I finally listed the Pudsey Grog this week as well. Have a look at that. That is spectacular. Yeah, not clue. Yeah, not me. A bigger bookworm than me, respect. Honestly, so I filmed my library, I think it was about 3 years ago. And every time I go to a car boot sale, if I see a reference book on any subject, whether I study it or not, I buy it. Because they tend to come in on car boot sales for £1 or £2, where if you buy them online, you know, you can be 30, 40, £50. I paid £500 and £1,000 for books on Chinese porcelain, nearly £1,000 on a Chinese Mark's book. So if I see books on the car boot sales, I buy them and I use them when I need them. Or if I'm bored and I want to look at the subject and have a little knowledge, even though a little knowledge can be dangerous, I'll have a little browse. I take it you love the walls, Kirsten. Peacock. Is that the tail? Maybe. Never seen anything like it. No, me. I thought it was quite freaky. Thank God I don't smoke anything that you shouldn't. Otherwise, I would have been having a major panic attack. Grotesques. Maybe to ward away evil spirits. Your guess is as good as mine, fella. It's in Mountain Ash, so they're not doing a very good job. How brilliant. It was different. And I must admit, they've spent a lot of money up in Mountain Ash getting it to look really nice. And the trail up there is beautiful. Off out now to Sisters Coffee and Cake. Enjoy yourself, Lex. Have a nice time, love. Good place to walk for Halloween. You definitely would be in a Halloween. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a little bit of jewelry. I don't know if you watched my video the other week. I actually went to Getlegate car boot sale, and I had a bit of I'd say it was a disagreement. I didn't have a disagreement because I shut my mouth and just paid up twice. I bought a load of silver off a lady and paid her, and then when looking, because she pulled a box out with golden bits in. Anyway, these are the bits of silver, and I think it might be another 1 or 2 pieces somewhere that I can't find a minute. And I paid her for them. And when I looked again, I bought the bits of gold, and she turned around and said, well, you haven't paid me for the silver. And I said, I have. And she said, you haven't. And in the end, I just, okay, I apologized, and I paid her a second time because there was no way I could win. I wasn't going to kick up a fuss, argue in the field. I paid her, but I haven't been well with my head and things. So I paid again just in case. A couple of people who were there at the table said they thought I paid, but we'll never know. Unless the people actually turn around to me at the boot sale and say, look, we're sorry, we found the money you did pay. I'll never know. So anyway, this lot either owes me £25, which is about $40, or £50, which is about $75. So this is the first, and this is really, really unusual. I think it's a sea lion. So we have a bracelet full of sea lions. Is that what a sea lion looks like? I think it is. They are in sterling silver, and it's just a bracelet full of sea lions. And I just thought it was unusual. I didn't even realize it was sea lions because she was well into dolphins. And I bought a few dolphin things off her, including a dolphin bangle. And that's what I actually thought they were. But the fact they're sea lions, I think they're sea lions, I prefer. So that was the first. Then we had this little dolphin open bangle. So you just open to put it on. And that's formed as a dolphin. And the tail. I had this, which is just a standard sterling silver bangle, but I don't leave any precious metal at the car boot sale if it's priced right. It would have been, they come in for about £3.50, £4 each. Unfortunately, with the mess up now, it's potentially double that. So we have a little, we did refer to these as sort of baby bangles with the engraving on it there. I've actually got to buy it for that one, so I've got to keep that one out. And this one here, which was quite nice, it's almost like a rough diamond point finish. So they were the pieces of silver. I'm sure I had a couple more pieces of silver offer because I was working it out at 55555. They were the silver, and I also had this one offer. I believe this one was offer as well, which is not gold, so don't get excited, but it is silver gilt. So it's gold-plated silver, but all the way up. Can you see those beautiful flowers? The entire thing is covered in absolutely stunning flowers. Let me see if I can share that. I don't know whether you can see them otherwise. See, I did photograph these. So there you can see a picture of possibly a rose. And these flowers are running over both sides, no, one side of the necklace. But really, really nice, good quality, loads of hallmarks and things on everywhere. So 100% right, but a beautiful thing. That, I believe, was in with the job lot. Because I remember working them out, it was like £5, £5, £5, £5, and then chucked another one in, so it would have like knocked them down £4 or something like that. But my favorite one, obviously, was the, if it's sea lions or whatever animal it is that. That was my favorite one of those. On the same day, I purchased this, which came in out of a box of silver bits. And this is a bit of a tip for you. Anytime you see sellers selling silver and that, pick it up and look at it. It's a tangled mess a minute. I got to untangle it. But this is actually not silver. It's 375 white gold set with diamonds. And that came in for a couple of pounds, like $3. And that is 9 karat gold. It's not 2 grams. It's like 1.9 grams. However, that's nearly 2 grams for £2, pound a gram. So anytime you see someone selling silver on the table, don't just straight past it. Pick it up and actually have a look and make sure it's silver. Even if it's overpriced for you, check it as silver and no white gold. Because if it's white gold, it may turn out to be a real good bargain. Let me get to a few questions. I would love to see you opening up a jewelry shop, pawnbroker's business. Hello, Simon. You and your brother are on. I've got enough jewelry to certainly open a jewelry shop. I know that. I was going to say it looks like a dolphin with the snouts. The downside I got with it thinking it's a dolphin is it's got arms. I don't think dolphins have the arms. So, but either way, it's a sea lion or a dolphin or something. Got to fly. Second booty. Good luck. I hope you find something spectacular. If the first is Scandinavian, I have no idea. I haven't actually looked. I've only pulled these out now of the box just for the film for today, to be honest with you. I haven't done nothing with them, and won't be planning on doing anything with these, just chucking them back in the box. So that's what I'll be doing. They'll be going back in the box until I figure out or have time to do something with them. Yeah, I do actually keep all the gold and silver, as you know, and yet I got tons of the stuff. Quirky sells always. I agree with you totally. To be honest with you, that's the only thing it does sell these days, or easy anyway. Time to sleep. Good night, Dawn. Sweet dreams. It has enough gold and silver to fill a shop. I think I got more gold and silver than Gus Jones. Let's put it that way. I could certainly give a good jewelry shop a run for her money. Just starting out as a reseller and learning a lot from your videos. Thank you. Have you ever used antique vintage centers? Hello, Mike. First of all, well done on starting out, and thank you for your comment. I used to sell in all the antique centers. Now, what I used to do is I'd have 3 or 4 different stalls, cabinets in different centers. My best one ever was up in Bartlett Street in Bath. It's a massive tourist town, and I used to have a massive cabinet in the center of the shop, and I used to sell a lot of really good items out of there. In the corner in Bartlett Street is a gentleman who specializes in 18th and 19th century drinking glasses. So I always shipped all of those up there, and I'd get 30, 40, 50 pound, no problem, for a Victorian rummer. And then he'd sell them on. As I'm putting the stuff in the cabinets, he'd come behind us and he'd be buying it. So we'd do weekly runs on a Wednesday. We'd go up to Bath, we'd fill our cabinets up, change the stock around, go over to the flea market, do some buy-in, because there's a cracking little flea market in Bath, or there used to be. I don't know if there was anymore. And then we'd go to Cardiff or to I can't think. We used to go up to Leominster or Leominster. We used to travel around. We'd do a circuit. We'd have 3 or 4. I say we, it was myself and a friend. We'd have 3 or 4 stalls spread around, and we'd do a day of swapping the stock around them all. So we constantly rotated the stock and go buy in wherever we could. And I'd done really well for years doing that. You find a lot of the antique centers now are very hard to get the sales in and can be expensive. We used to pay, I think it was £150 a month in Bartlett Street in Bath just for the one cabinet. And that was only like a 6-foot cabinet for £150 a month. So they are good. And I think 99% of dealers go around and buy in. So if you're priced right, you can sell. But yeah, it's a cracking business to be in. You're never going to get rich, I don't think. But if you love history, love treasure hunting, things like that, then yeah, it's definitely worth actually getting into the business. I do it. I don't do it for the money. I do it because I absolutely love it. If I pay the bills, that's a bonus. Looks like a manatee or sea cow bracelet. There you go, David. Thank you very much. There's something we'll have to look up. See, I'm as good with sea creatures as I am with my dogs. What can I say? This piece I'm going to show you with you now actually came in from a stall in Gethlygate, same time as the rest of the jewellery. It was a big double field car boot sale. And I don't think it's English. And that is unmarked, but actually tests as 18 karat gold. So all this wire work in the center here, everything, I've put a test on it. It's actually coming up as 18 karat. So I need more checking, but it's a real nice little thing. And that only came in for £1 out of a junk box. But until I test it properly, and I may even do a density test on this one just to double check it, but it's actually coming in as 18 karat. So maybe a little Persian piece or Turkish piece or something like that. I don't know. But that was £1. This one come in same day with a few other brooches, and I can't find where I've put them. But this is an interesting one as well. I'd say Victorian. I haven't tested that stone on the front. it's literally, as I said, I've just pulled the stuff out of the boxes just to share some stock with you because I haven't bought a lot of late. And on the front is unmarked white metal, and on the reverse is yellow metal. So I'm assuming it's silver on the front, gold on the back, because I know that was big as well at some point in the late Victorian or early Edwardian era. And that came in for a couple of £2. As I've said, it is unmarked, and I haven't tested the metal or the stone, but it's just literally going to be put in a box until I figure out what to do with it. But it's an interesting thing either way. But I don't think it's going to turn out to be a diamond because of the size of it. It's probably going to be a paste or something like that. But either way, I'm going to test it, and it just makes a nice, interesting piece. Any TV work on the horizon? I did actually get picked for the new show that was Can You Beat the Dealer? I don't know whether you remember that. I had photographs done with Drew Pritchard's wife and everything, and they came up to the shop and filmed, and then COVID struck, and I haven't heard from them since. So I don't know whether the show's been scrapped or whether I just haven't been finalized. I don't know, but I was selected to go on that. I've heard nothing off anybody since March last year, to be honest with you, since all this nonsense started off, because I even got contacted by a company from New York to see whether or not I'd be interested in going on baggage battles, which I said yes. I'd done the interview on that, never heard back off that. But again, it was all just before the COVID, so I have no idea. But at the moment, nobody has asked me to go on any shows other than they've asked a few times to film Antiques Road Trip in the shop, and I said no. It wasn't something I wanted to do. So I recommend a decent market/fair that's easy access. There's plenty of easy access places for wheelchairs and things like that. Stay away from any of the field boot sales, Rich. Splot Market is all on concrete, easy access, but it's early in the morning on a Saturday and a Thursday and a Sunday now, because I think they've picked up the slack from Bessemer. So yeah, I'll have a look around, see if I can find something midday and easy, and I'll give you a private message. Because it all depends when you can fit your transportation in, because I know not driving really makes life difficult for you for getting out buying. It's a shame you can't get a transportation and go up to Malvern, because there's a lot of hard standing up in Malvern, and you'd love it up there, and no doubt come home with a piece of yellow leek that you're absolutely obsessed with. Right, let me see if there's any more questions, just a second, on the website, because I've had a few questions come in that I haven't been able to answer at the moment. Bear with me. Right, okay, so we'll have a look at this one. Share. Okay, so this question came in from Duncan, and he basically says, been enjoying the YouTube videos for a while, so thank you for the info. He's getting into it himself, which is very similar to Mike now, but there, and want to know if I had any tips. Great website. Trading success. Any tips for trading successfully? No, he's been trading experience. I'm sure you're busy these days. Okay. The downside with creating a website for yourself is you've got to be technically proficient. I've tried half a dozen websites myself, and every one of them have failed. I haven't been able to get the footfall or the professional look. So it all depends on whether or not how your abilities, if you're able to create a professional look on the website, and if you can drive traffic to the website. But I agree with you totally. If you can build a website up rather than using eBay. Right, so you want some advice on building up a website. Sorry. Right. I used a company called Upwork. Now, what you do with that company is you promote or you list your job on this site. And then prospective people bid to do your job for you, whatever job it is. It doesn't matter whether it's writing, doing a website, doing plumbing. It doesn't matter, whatever it is. You put your job on there, they'll come across and they'll give you estimates. You then ask for references and so forth, and you view the estimates and everything, and you choose whatever one you want. The money is then held in escrow by the Upwork company. And I'm not promoting them, and I'm not getting paid or sponsored by them. Before you think that I'm saying it to help. And then you literally, you pay them in stages. So if there's a stage, you agree on stages. So you might say, right, once you've done this much work, you get so much money and so forth. And that's how I set up my website, and it came out absolutely beautiful. Kirsten has actually done a really nice job herself, but I'm not. I'm absolutely terrible with technology. I can turn it on, and I actually manage my own website and have full control over the website. But if I have any problems, I'll go back to the designer. But there's so much more to a website than just having it looking pretty. You've got to have the e-commerce side working. You've got to, it's got to be professional. It's got to have the e-commerce and the Google search engine and optimization and everything else. There's so much I don't understand about them. All I do know is I've had Vistaprint websites, GoDaddy websites. I've paid years ago for a very basic website to be built, and none of them ever worked. So, yeah, I paid for a lot of them, and they never ever worked. So this time around, during the COVID, I actually invested the money into having a website built, and it actually is working. And I get about 3,000 people a month visiting the site. If you're new to it and you're only now starting reselling, it's a bit hit and miss, because one, you're not going to have the build up a stock that means you can list to earn the money. You're not going to have the base of people so that hang on, nobody's back. Oh, there you go. Hopefully he'll be gone. So hopefully a few of the moderators can get rid of him for me now. I'd be appreciative. So yeah, I've done multiple videos showing on when you start off how to how to do it cheaply. Start off by selling the items you got in your home, things like that. If you don't need money to start off being a reseller. You can start off by listing stuff that you own in your own home, clothes, ashtrays, tools, anything from the house, anything that you're just not interested in having. He's still here again. So yeah, I'm losing my chain of thought now because I'm numpty again. I don't know what he gets out of it. Okay, hang on, Anya. Hang on. Let me go over by here and add you as a mod. There you go. Anya, you know a mod. Chuck him out. Because he is throwing me off again and I want to strangle the boy. I've actually done plenty of videos, sharing tips on how to buy a car boot sales, tips how to find gold and silver, tips how to sell on eBay, things like that. If you actually watched all the videos, there's enough information there for you to actually, set up a really successful business. I must be getting somewhere. I got spammers coming in now, like there's no tomorrow. So, okay, hang on. Let me see. Where's Kirsty? Kirsten. Add moderator. There you go, Kirsten. You're a moderator as well, love. Thank you. Hopefully, we'll be able to get rid of him now. I don't know how he does it or why he does it, what he gets out of it. But I've reported him to YouTube anyway, so. Okay, so I'll move on. I'm losing my chain of thought, so I'll share another item with you. We have an opal, crystal opal, and diamond ring. Will that do it? No, let me see. Now this is just not getting there. Hang on, let me try and get a photograph of it. This opal has actually got fire running all the way through it. It's got the reds, the greens, the blues, everything you want to see. Don't know whether you can see them on there, but it's got red, blue, greens. It's got all the colors you want to see running through it. This came in at Gethley again. It's set, I think it's mounted in diamonds, but I haven't checked it. And the back half of the band is 9 karat gold, and the front half is sterling silver. See you next time in my house. I swear to God, right, if I could catch hold of him, I would kill the boy. Come pay me a visit. So anyway, the back half is a 9 karat gold. The front half is sterling silver or platinum, one or the other. And it's got a fire opal or crystal fire opal and what I think are diamonds. And that come in, it came in a job lot parcel, but it works out about £2 or £3. So less than $5 for an opal, diamond, and 9 karat gold ring. I will actually get some photographs of this in the sun and put them up on the Facebook group. If anybody wants to see it, it's not going up for sale anytime soon anyway, but if anybody wants to actually view the opal, I'll take photographs of it and put it up on the on the Facebook page so you can actually view it, because it is absolutely spectacular. Now, I do know they mixed silver or platinum and gold quite a lot through the Victorian period. And the fact it's, set with diamonds as well, and it's got the fire running through, which is what you want to see. It's loads of red and green and blue. I should have done photograph. Let me see if I can do a quick one in the light. If you can bear with me a second, I'll see if I can get one just with a light for you. Give me a second. It's not easy, you know. It's not coming very well. And then on top of that, my doggy's going nuts. Right, there we go. Do you know what? That's not doing it justice. We had the photo on. If you bear with me a second, I know it's not very professional, but I never said it was professional. Hello. Try again. So I'll transfer this image across and you'll actually see just how beautiful it is now, because I've actually captured it relatively well on the camera. Right, so if I share that, come across here. Hopefully you can see the opal now. Hopefully you can see that, because it is absolutely stunning. Hopefully you could see it. The colors running through it, you've got the green, the blue, the purple, the red, everything. It's all running through it. And that come in, as I say, you come in as a part of a parcel, works out about £2 or £3. And again, that's going to be kept for a little while until I figure out what to do with it, or until it ends up on the website. And here he goes again. Like, I'm going to give you my address, you absolute numpty, but you feel free to give me yours and I'll pop and see you anytime. Okay, so let me see. This is another little tip I wanted to share with you, which was I actually had this one off my father this week because he was doing a car boot sale and he had one there for me. And do you see bases like this around and about? And if you do, buy them because you'll see them all the time for 50p and a pound, or the ones with a handle, because they turn a plate. This one actually belongs. Where we at? This one actually needed a stand, but I actually know dealers who get beautiful plates that don't hold a lot of collectible value or antique value, but still beautiful plates. And what they tend to do, they drill them. When they pick these up, then they put them together and they make a cake stand or sandwich plate out of them, and they get good money for them. And what would have been otherwise a plate that would have probably gone to the charity shop because it's not very old or not very collectible, haven't got a good name, and they actually drill them themselves in the center, fit the fit-ins, and then you have yourself a sandwich plate. Hello, Jill. Thank you for joining us. Yes, they're hard work. I don't know how he's doing it, but we will figure it out one day. How you doing? Just stumbled across this live, maybe due to the fact I've been in thrifting hard lately. Hello, Maximus. Hope you're finding things well, fella. And yeah, bear with me. I don't know why I've got moderators in. And he's still popping up on the thing. You must have multiple channels. Report, modded spam. There you go. On a bright side, it means, somebody out there don't like me. Must be getting somewhere in life. Hello, Vinegar Jar. I'm intrigued to watch some of your uploads to see what it's all about. Honestly, I've got probably 500-600 videos. It's a variety of stuff, mate. I do haul videos where I show some of what I've bought and tips on how to find the stuff. And I do out-and-out videos teaching you how to identify stuff. I've done a couple of really, really good videos on how to identify 18th century drinking glass, how to test silver, how to test gold, things like that. So if you're a reseller, it's all about trying to give something back and trying to help. It started obviously as a way to drive traffic to the website or drive traffic to the Facebook page and group and things, or the shop, but now it's it's turned into a community where I normally have just lovely people on, but then unfortunately I have one or two spammers that found me of late, and they're constantly trying their best to drive me nuts, and they're doing well about it. Off to Peterborough Fair next week, fingers crossed. I actually missed Malvern this weekend, but in all honesty, I couldn't have gone anyway because the amount of stuff I've got in storage now is absolutely shocking. So yeah, what can I say? I can't be buying bigger pieces. I'm buying the jewelry, or I'm buying something if it's quite special, or if I want it for the website, but I'm not buying anything else. Because help. Spamming Night's live stream the other day. Yeah, they shut me down about 3 days ago. I shut it down because he was an absolute pain in the backside. And yeah, Kirsten, I'm exactly the same. As soon as I try and shut them down, they come up with another one. Not liking you, not a chance of that, my friend. Oh, thank you very much, John. Let's give him a bit of something, is it? He doesn't dislike me. I'm just another random live stream and nothing special, pal. It must be special for you to take the time out of your day to come and try and disrupt our life. I just think, for you to actually take the time and come and actually join us and, listen to me and knock my view count up, and with all these accounts you got, and thank you very much. What can I say? You're numpty, but thank you very much. No worries. DK help is here. Sorted. Thank you very much. Let's see. Let me see. Let me have a look here. Trying to find. Right, yeah, you're a moderator. Just double checking you were a moderator there. Let me see. Trying to find genuine comments. Ignore the idiot. Thank you very much, John. I think there's a setting on YouTube to ban the guy. I've actually banned him. I've banned him, man. Yeah, I've reported him and I've put him in timeout, and he's still coming through. I don't know what it is. Yeah, actually. I don't know if you saw my lockup. My lockup is jam-packed. I'm going to actually start doing, I want to clear the garage, because what I've decided to do, once the house, they pay me on the house, which is due to go through any day over the next few weeks. Once that's done, I want to empty the garage, because I'm going to put a new roof on the garage, new security and doors, do the garage up, because I can get the garage done a lot quicker than I can get the office done. And then I got a garage to work from, because it's not looking like the office is going to be built until next summertime. So you're just not going to have everything, the plans, the building regs, everything through, I don't think, and the money in place in time for the weather. So what I'll probably do is get the garage done at the side of the house, get the footings and everything dug out, get the foundations in, and probably start the build when the weather comes back next year. So I'm going to start doing more of my hoarder videos. And for those of you who don't know what Clay is on about, I'm a bit of a hoarder. I've got a massive double garage at the side of my house. I've got 2 or 3 outbuildings, and every single one of them is full of stock. During the lockdown, I started filming some of this stock. It's part of my hoarder season, hoarder videos, and I had a major flood, and the one outbuilding got full of water. So I was literally there tipping the boxes out, trying to save what antiques and collectibles I could out of them. And some of the stuff I was finding, Meissen porcelain, Crown Derby porcelain, solid silver, gold, it was all coming out the boxes. So yeah, they were really good, and I will definitely do more of them. Hello, Sarah. Thank you for joining. Sounds awesome. Me and my dad and my stepdad and my younger brother are getting the bug for buying. We just have to get grips with selling it on. It's so hard, though, when the items start growing. As I just said, I'm a hoarder. I don't like selling a lot of the stuff I buy. But I have got better as in the last couple of years. The only thing I really do hoard now is gold and silver. Other than that, I do let it go. I put it up on the website, and I do let it go. What I will say, if you're only now starting out, and for everybody who else have asked for advice and things today, buy cheap, but buy the best you can for your money. But try and go quirky. Stuff like run-of-the-mill Victorian ceramics, things like that, they just don't sell anymore. People want minimalistic houses with 1 or 2 standout pieces. So either buy rock solid items, buy the best quality you can for your money, in all honesty. If you can buy it signed, anybody who's proud enough to put a signature on something, then you're halfway there. But if you're only starting out, start selling by selling stuff out of your house and things like that. How come I didn't want to go on an Antiques Road trip? It wasn't that I didn't want to go on the show. I would have gone on the show as one of their experts, or I would have gone on the show against one of their experts, but they wanted to come and film in my shop. When I spoke to the gentleman, they phoned me up. They were up in Scotland, and he phoned me up, and they wanted to shut the shop down for 4 hours for filming, which meant I couldn't open to the public for the 4 hours. I would have had the people in the shop for the 4 hours, and I hate being a performing monkey. I really struggle with people face to face anyway. It's not too bad on the screen. And then on top of that, they would have picked the best items in my shop and asked me for pretty much nothing for the charity. And I already give all my stuff to charity that I don't want. I donate to charity every year. So I just didn't want to do it. it was everything involved. It was the shutting the shop down, giving the best pieces out for next to nothing. So yeah, it was everything. You know him, he's obviously jealous and proving it. Yep. A few people have actually said that they think he knows me, and that's why he's in doing it. So I don't know. Thank you very much, John. Appreciate it. The keyboard warriors and spammers need some TLC, and here's something deep and dark within they need support with. Yes, I agree with you totally. Edged Vintage Freak has mod. I think I have already. Let me have a look. Vintage Freak. I'm sure Vintage Freak is a mod. Bear with me then. Sorry, guys. I've got to deal with this numpty because he is just filling up my box. Vintage Freak. Where art thou? Shouldn't have to go through this. No, I can't find it. If you can put a comment on the box, I'll add you as a moderator then. I can't find you a minute. Oh, I don't. I shouldn't have to do this. Yeah, I can't get it loaded up. Well, next time I can, I will add him in, Anya. Afternoon Malta. Any plans to do what's selling videos? Enjoy the ones you've done in the past. I'll not only do what's selling videos, since I've got so many new resellers coming, I'm going to also do more of the what's not selling videos, what not to buy, because that's as important as what to buy, because let's be honest, we're all out there looking for the best, the treasures, and the things that are fabulous, but the warnings of what to stay away from are just as important. Best things, spam message. Yeah, I know, but when he's filling up my box and throwing me off, it's easier said than done. Nah, he's gonna be a very lonely man. And thank you very much, Sarah. Snap, Richard. Kirsten. Does that bit of a hoarder with a question marks mean a little sarcastic comment as in I'm not a hoarder? I don't think I've got the picture left to share with you, the picture of my storage locker, but I've got a 20-foot by 10-foot by 10-foot storage locker. Might even be 25-foot. Whatever the full-size shipping container is, and I filled that from the shop and what I've been buying since I've been shutting down. And that doesn't count what's in the house, in the attic, in the garage, and in the outbuildings. So yeah, just a little bit. You were classed as a bit of a hoarder too. Fabulous. Nothing wrong with being a hoarder. Hello, Mr. Paul. Exactly, no gas in the light. When the light goes out, let's just focus on Walter and genuine chat. Thank you for joining, fella, and I'll probably see you tomorrow in Sully because I'm down there. And I thought I would be as slow as flea. And report all the window. I've reported, I'd spent the time actually last time, reported every single comment he'd done, and so far he's done nothing. Oops, sorry. Okay, and I am trying. How's life going now? Shop's closed and you're on the next adventure in your life. I'm excited you should carry on your plans. But at the moment, nothing's changed other than the shop is shut because I've got so much stock to get through. I literally have got about 10 tons of antiques and collectibles to sell to make some room so that I can start my new adventure. As soon as the office is up and running in the double garage now, I'll be making hoarder videos showing you what's in there as I empty it. Then I'll probably film the rebuild or whatever of the double garage to get into there. And then I'm going to start doing regular videos once I figure out how to ban empty here. I'll do regular lives. I'm also going to do filming out and about. I'm going to start traveling around buying and film when I'm buying. So you actually, for those disbelievers, and there are some who don't believe how cheap and how easy it is to find the stock, I'm going to prove to you once and for all. I've got chest cams, body cams and things, and I'm going to wear them out buying. And you'll see just how easy it is to find this stuff. Honestly, it's everywhere. The videos I done on the Georgian drinking glasses, Jill, I done the two. I done the one on how to identify them by the foot, one how to identify them on the stems. Now, I was going to do how to identify them by the bowl, and then an overall, so that you could put the three together and, understand Georgian drinking glasses totally. But I didn't have huge volume of interest in the first two I'd done. That's why I never bothered putting the one out on the bowls, because literally it took weeks and weeks of work making sure everything I put in the video was accurate, finding the images, making the videos and everything. So in all honesty, it took a lot of work, and the view count was so low, I just never bothered doing the third or the fourth installment of that series. But I will get to them as and when I got a bit more time. Just like Stan have asked for me to do a video on Murano glass, but that a bit of work's going to be needed on the Murano glass. Purely because I know how to identify Murano glass if I see it, but if I want to do a video on Murano glass, I have to put in as many tips as I can for you to identify, and I also got to make sure everything I put in there is right. I don't want to mislead anybody, so what not to buy videos. I think I'm the only one who've done those, isn't I? Best ever charity shop find. It's not my best ever charity shop find, but a friend of mine purchased a Chinese porcelain charger from the Republic period, early 20th century. And he paid £16 sterling, so about $22, $24. And I took it up to London Christie's for him, and they were begging me to put it in for him on the front cover for estimate of 50,000. And that's genuine. Not my buy. I weren't lucky enough to find it, but I was lucky enough to actually handle it and take it up for him. I think it sold someone in the end for like $6,000, but they were begging for it to be put into the Chinese sale. They put it on the front cover of the catalogue, and they estimated the first time round of 50,000. I would never have sold it the second time when they didn't sell the first time. My best, I've never really had any great scores out of charity shops. I had that one very lucky find up in Aberdeen, where I bought a jewellery box and I actually filmed it, and I was going through the jewellery with yourselves, and when I emptied it and shook it, it was still something in it. So I peeled it back and it was full of gold at the back. That was pure luck. And I've had like film posters, vintage film posters of Martini and things like that for £1 or £2 that I've sold for a couple of hundred. But as a rule, charity shops, I don't buy very well off them. I can buy better off other dealers than I can off charity shops. I got a dealer that I buy from, Richard, in Abergavenny and Splot Market, and he is so knowledgeable and so low on his pricing. I bought a globe off him recently. I can't think of the name of it. Globe Werner or something like that. Anyway, he knew. He Googled it. He bought it in the morning for a few quid. He Googled it. They were selling between £200 and £300 on eBay. He turned out to me, 50 quid, job done. He made a quick turn, and that's the way he works. Yet if that had been a charity shop, they'd have wanted 200 for it. So I buy better off other dealers, and you always will. If you're looking to go into this business, your best contacts you can build up is other dealers, because you'll buy better off other dealers than you ever will off the general public or off charity shops. Yes. Thank you for that. My brother, he's got a massive channel, 250,000 subs, so he's used to this type of thing. And his answer was, somebody's obviously feeling threatened by me. So Scandinavian, it's fabulous, Richard. Always does well, still does. I showed them 2 brooches I bought last week, the silver and the enamel ones. I bought them off eBay. Bought one off eBay for £30, and it's up for £135. So you can buy well off eBay and make a good profit. Thank you very much, Claire. I appreciate it. If everybody reports him, it'll work out much better. What about selling the storage container as a big job lot? The trouble would be finding somebody who'd part with it, because there's probably 5,000 or 10,000 items in the storage container. And if I was to say £1 an item, you'd be looking around £5,000-10,000. And some of the items in there worth 100, some of them in there worth as little as £2 or £3. So the hoarder and dealer side of me just says, I really wouldn't want to do that. The stuff I'm actually out in the car boot sales now isn't the type of stuff I'm buying now. The type of stuff I'm buying now is I try and buy better quality for the website. Whereas the stuff I'm selling at the car boot sales now was general, either job lot pieces or pieces I bought in for the shop, things like that were not ideally suitable for the website. So that's where I'm at with the buy-in. So the buy-in's actually going to be better items. This gold and silver I'll always buy, always going to be the better items that I try and find. Did you see the belt buckles I bought in last week? I paid £3 each for 2 Salvador Dali Pirelli belt buckles, and I've put them up at £1,000 each. And I paid £3 each for them. So, Maximus, thank you very much. Appreciate this sub, mate. I'm not going to need a bigger van because I am planning on selling it all. I'm actually working 3 car boot sales a week at the moment just to clear it all because I don't want it. And in all honesty, I don't care if I've got a tenner on it. If it's something I don't want and they're offering me £3 or £4, it's gone. Honestly, I'm taking a loss on 99% of everything that goes to car boot sale at the moment just to get it gone because I don't want it. But I can turn that money back into buying 1 or 2 good things that'll be on the website and I'll earn my money back that way. But by Christmas, I want all the shop stock gone and hopefully the garage cleared by Christmas. That's my plan and my hope. Hello, find your videos informative. Started watching about 4 months ago, and this is the first time I've managed to join you live from down under. Stay well. Good luck with your venture. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Opal Indy. Thank you. Hello there, my bestie Sandra. Where was you an hour ago when I needed a moderator? We've been spammed again. He loves me. For those of you who don't know Sandra, she's been on many videos with me. She is, for all intents and purposes, my best friend. Pain in the ass and so forth. Gerald and David believe or thought you were my wife. They were quite shocked when I said you were married for 20 plus years to someone else. So yeah, but there's Sandra anyway. And if she's coming around with me, she's going to actually be in more car boot sale films, or more vlogs. So when I do the vlogs, you may see more Sandra. Vintage Freak. I will definitely get you as a moderator by the end of the day. I've tried doing it on the other side and it just weren't working. Richie's still with us. Thank you very much, fella. Nicholas, John wanted 50,000. I'm not sure what that is. I remember that day. Which one was that, Sand? Bought a Nippon Moirage vase 20 years ago for £10, sold it for 850. Moirage is not selling as well at the moment. Moirage, that's the thick, heavy enameling on the pottery, isn't it? If I remember right. But that's still a cracking profit. Well done, Jill. What are the best drinks-related items to buy? You mentioned martini posters. I'll show you one that I picked up the other day in Gethlygate. If you bear with me a second. Now, I went to Gethlygate about 4 weeks ago and purchased this piece. This is advertising alcohol and other things. Let me remove that. This is actually up on the website. So it's a black and white whiskey novelty advertising musical cigarette bottle. So it's the bottle. So that was the bottle, advertising the black and white bottle. I picked this up on a table for £1. It's the black and white, so sort of 1950s, 60s, something like that. And when it's musical underneath, you open it up, it had the cigarette dispenser, and the lid was an actual lighter. So it all depends what you're able to find. The the Martini posters, I'll buy anything if it's, you know, original 60s, 70s stuff. If I can sell it on and make a good profit, I will. But it is literally whatever I find. I'm trying to find where I am. But the best drinks related, mentioned Martin. Well, there you go. There was one that was advertising black and white whiskey, and I paid £1 for that the other day, and it's up for 100 or just under 100. So there's some really good items out there of that caliber that you can find. It has to be just whatever you like. Charity shops were better pre-internet. Charity shops were better pre-dealers. Now, most charity shops are run by antique dealers anyway, and the stuff will either get put online or auctioned off for the charity. So, you know, you're not going to get some really good stuff from charities anymore. The same day you showed the pendant gold-plated silver, I purchased one for $250 in my local op shop. Fabulous. And I'm here, yay. Talk to me, haha. Yeah. Okay, Sand. Have I made you a moderator yet, Sand? Because that numpty is back. Can you deal with him, please? Because he's getting on my nerves. Hi, Sandra. Enjoy you in Walter's videos. You're always fun. No, what she does is actually wind me up. She's constantly having a go and nitpicking. Don't be put off. You're the best. Thank you very much. Oh, thanks, Sandra. Too kind. Let me do a video on how to tell if porcelain is hand painted or transfer printed. That one is an easy one. I can do that one, no problem whatsoever. In fact, what I will do is I will try and get that one out for you in the next sort of week. That one is a no-brainer. That's so easy. And I don't mean it to come across like that. It's because I've handled so much porcelain and things that I should be able to do that one, no problem at all. So I'll try and get that video out for you in the next week or so. Let me write that down. The problem you get with the hand painted and the printed is if it's a print, it's so easy because you just look for the dots and things. If it's lithograph, it's a little harder because they're a little harder to tell. But yeah, we'll get that one done, no problem at all. You're going to ring me, you Sand. She's just hard work. Thank you very much, Sue. As I've said, I'll get the video done for you. No problem at all. You want under an entertaining team. Yeah, we make a good comic duo, don't we? I'm trying to be serious and she's in the background. What did she say about the plate the other day with the back hanger? Yeah, I'm not going to go there. Thanks, Sand. Never miss a beat, There's Jeremy. Everyone loves Sandra. How can you tell if a big glass is in polyglass? About the large turquoise glass, rippled glass, and twisted stem. It's lovely. It's about 30 cm tall. There's more than just the Empoli or the Murano factories in Italy. There's a lot of different factories. Best way I can help you is this, because it's not exactly easy. You all come across here, 20thcenturyglass.com. Then you go to their encyclopedia, and if you come down, Italian glass here, and you have the different makers of Italian glass. For example, if we were going to go to the Empoli that you just asked for, where is it? Empoli, where are thou? Should be there. Right, Italian Empoli glass. So these are the similar ones to Empoli. So if I open one up, and what you do, you come down, look, it'll give you the pattern, the color, the shape, who made them. It also shows you the labels. But this website doesn't just cover Empoli, it covers Scandinavian glass, British glass, it covered them all. You can see all the different makers. For example, Whitefriars, we open up the Whitefriars here. And you come down and forth. This website is one I use all the time. So that's the best advice I can probably give you for identifying the glass, to be honest with you. Please take up some of these offers when you can. Not sure what offers they were, Sue. Got to fly. Back late. No problem at all, Richard. I won't be keeping it going much longer anyway. Thanks for coming, fella. Appreciate it. Studio pottery, glass, and Oriental China areas which are hard to research. Any tips, vlogs you might have would be appreciated. I've actually done vlogs on Chinese porcelain because I'm studying it myself. I'm trying to do vlogs on that. And I've actually got a good grips now with quite a bit of the export porcelain. So maybe I'll actually do a video showing. I've actually got, I think it's 300 or 400 pieces of Chinese porcelain where I was buying broken pieces as examples and so forth. Now I'm up to buying perfect pieces of Kangxi, export ware and things like that. So I could probably do a video showing some of the Chinese porcelain. Studio pottery, I've actually shared, I think I've shared the book on studio pottery. So there's a book on studio pottery marks. It wasn't expensive. And what I tend to do if I get an interesting piece of studio pottery, I sit there flicking through page after page to find the marks. It's a pain in the ass, but if you don't deal in studio pottery all the time, that's one of the only ways unless you use a Facebook group. Hello, Chris. Thank you very much, fella. Reporting the B. Thank you very much. Look like a rocket. Rocket. Thanks, Edwin. That'd be fantastic. No problem. I'll get that done. Enough said. Where was Mad Cat Lady? I didn't see her, but welcome in. Classic you and Sandra with the foot. Oh, the potato sack. Sandra used to come with me to all the car boot sales, and one day she stayed in bed, she didn't come. So I bought a sack of potatoes, and I drew a picture of Sandra on the potato sack, and on video I was saying, hello, welcome, and introducing Sandra as the picture I drew on the potato sack. And that actually went to Steve's little boy corner. We give that away to supporters or subscribers of the channel who've been with us since about 300. So that was a long time ago because I'm on 11,000 now. So, yeah. 20th century factory glass. Bear with me a second. I'll double check for you, Kirsten. But honestly, this one will earn you a fortune. 20thcenturyglass.com. All right. And it covers pretty much all the makers. And if you come down to the bottom of, let me go back to Empoli, for example, because it's a smaller one. So if I go to Empoli and you go through all their shapes and everything, you get to the bottom, you can actually view more. You see at the bottom there, it says view more examples from their reference database. So it may be pieces they've sold themselves, but you can click on it and view more shapes and patterns and things. And it just helps you identify them. Sometimes it's a slow road. Sometimes they come in straight away. I get the ice on the glass. I'm going to take a look at that website. Honestly, it's absolutely perfect. And if you've got Carnival glass, go to Dottie's. Which one is Dottie? Hang on. Carnival, David Dottie's Carnival glass. There we go. So for Carnival glass, if you come over to this one, David Dottie's Carnival glass website, so it's DOTY.com. Dotty.com, and this has got every pattern and maker of Carnival glass. So if you buy or sell Carnival glass, you come over here and just, let's say Fenton for argument's sake, Fenton, and Peacocks is a regular for me. Northwood then, Northwood Peacocks. Hang on, no, Fenton. Where's the Peacocks? Oh, I give up. They're in there somewhere. But every single pattern they do is on there, and you just simply click on them, and they've got them there. They also tell you the sold prices, the colors, give you the year they've sold on eBay and so forth, and the prices. So anybody who deals in Carnival, go to .com. 20th Century Glass, Kirsten, yep. I won't keep it going much longer anyway, because I haven't really gone much more. I don't think I've got any more stuff out to share with you anyway, and we're coming to the end of the questions. The business setup take priority for the time being. To be honest with you, the business is running itself now. The website, I'm going to do a celebration video when I hit 1,000 items on there. But I think I'm about 850, 900 items on the website now. And once I hit 1,000, I'm going to do a live and just share some of the better pieces on there and show the website off, just because of how proud I am of the website and the work that's gone into the website. So yeah, once I hit 1,000, so yeah. But if anybody's interested in the website, go across and have a look. It's antiquesarena.com, and honestly, it's my crowning jewel at the moment. Certainly the best thing I've done in the last 10 or 15 years. So I'm really proud of the website, and it is coming out absolutely beautiful. Is ephemera good to sell? Ephemera is amazing. But a lot of the time you need provenance or authenticity with ephemera, especially if it's like autographs, things like that. But general ephemera, yeah, it all sells, especially if you can get something related to the wars and things like that, definitely. There's a few people actually I know who are supporters of my channel who only sell ephemera. Yeah, I've been doing this for 25, 30 years, Sue. So yeah, contacts are fabulous. And if I don't know something or I can't find something, I ask for help and they'll know it. Yeah, sure, Sand. Of course it means a meal. We go for a meal anyway, and we always do. That doesn't mean nothing. We don't need to celebrate to go for a meal. My eBay username, I haven't actually got much on there. Bear with me a second. It's my eBay username is Antiques Arena Clearance, because someone already beat me to Antiques Arena. If I put that, I've put it in the chat. That is my actual seller's name, but you can find my eBay page through my website anyway. There's a link on the website to the eBay page. You've done so well with your website. We appreciate all the help, advice, and vlogs. Really helped us with us selling pitching next. That's wonderful. Thank you very much. Honestly, I appreciate it. I think I'm going to shut it down now anyway. I've been on an hour and 3/4. I didn't get to all the questions on the website either, because I'm having so many questions and emails coming through on the website. But if you are starting up, honestly, I've got how-to pages on my channel. Most of my videos are I try and put things in there that will help you anyway. Let me shut some of these pages down. My fan's going nuts. Fan's going nuts on the computer here. So yeah, most of my videos, I try and put something in there to give something back to help. You know, so Anya's just shared my link to my eBay. There's not a huge amount left on my eBay. It's a lot of older stock now. I'm concentrating more on the website and just selling off the eBay stuff anyway. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna leave it there. For everyone who've come in, thank you very much. For everybody who actually reported and helped me with the spammer, thank you. I appreciate it. I need to figure out how to block him permanently, because when I'm clicking on block, he just keeps coming straight back in. I don't understand how. So we've got to deal with him, because that's twice now he's come in no time at all. But for everybody who tried fighting him today, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And he didn't shut us down. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate it, and I will speak to you all soon. With a bit of luck, I'm down Sully's tomorrow selling, so if you're down there, come say hi, and hopefully I'll pick a few pieces up down there that I can film in the week. So bye for now, guys, and I'll get a video done on how to identify painted and printed porcelains. Bye for now, guys.